got an Australian one for you today.
That's right. Are you ready to learn some things?
Yes,
Are you ready to talk about beauty and glamour?
absolutely.
And are you ready to learn what a lorikeet is?
Me too.
Courtney Act is on the show with us today. We have a lot of great conversations, so we hope you're ready.
Yeah, faggots. Enjoy.
Get rid of that turkey feather.
I love the turkey.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy second. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Hi, you slops, you stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks, you dirty little fucks. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. I'm Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
hello.
Hello.
It's fun to be seen. I'm keen to be seen in green. What are the lyrics of that song from The Wiz?
I don't know.
Okay, but
I am the Wiz.
you're emerald green.
One short day. Speaking of which, I did buy a flight, and I am going to see the second showing of Wicked, but the Baby Loves Fagtasia version. So hopefully I get a cameo.
So get ready, Brooklyn.
Because you will not stop hearing me scream the whole time.
What audacity to buy a ticket to a show and then say, I hope I get a cameo in that show.
Yeah, well, I'm flying all the way out there for
All right,
it.
here we go. I'm excited for our guest today. I think we both are. in
I'm
fact.
very excited.
The Thunder from Down Under, from Sydney to LA, co-owner of one of the best wig companies in the world, the winner of Celebrity Big Brother UK, a drag race alumnus, recording artist, author, and true beauty. Look through the kaleidoscope. It's Courtney Act!
Oh, it's so nice to be here. And we're all in green.
Yeah!
That's so weird.
Genius. We're in sync.
That's right.
Yes, we are.
Who was your favorite member
If
of
we could
NSYNC?
menstruate, we'd probably be doing it right now at the
I
same time.
am.
Yeah.
You're lactating. You're not
That's
menstruating. It's a
different.
different
Look, don't
thing.
look
Yeah.
too close.
Did you listen to NSYNC?
Not really.
Yeah, I was a Backstreet Boys kind of guy.
I was a Spice Girl.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Clock that too.
I had Spice on our in high school. In our senior year, we get like a jersey, like a football jersey, and you can get anything you want printed on the back.
Oh.
And I had Spice Boy 99.
Ooh.
The 99 because that was the year.
And did
but
that become your AOL
It
screen
was no X-Man. How
X-Men?
'cause
Like
I
the
love the
X-Men?
X-Men, but I was X-Man.
Wait, you're into the X-Men?
I was so into like all the comics, the cards. I have them all now back in my home in Los Angeles in storage, and I can't wait to like one day soon like pull them out and sit like with tweezers and
Oh
flip
my
through all the
gosh,
comics.
that's so cool. Who's your favorite X-Men?
I definitely always loved Rogue.
Sure.
I kind of loved them all. Like
Yeah.
there was something like about Jean that I loved because she was kind of like a bit shit, but then turned out to be like the ultimate.
She was very whiny a lot of the time. And we're like, we get it. You can read people's minds.
was
Do
always
something
like,
else. Yes.
Yes.
And then when she turned into the Phoenix and she was like, I just can't do it, Scott. Never slipping, not ever for a minute, not even for a moment. It's too much. And I was like, oh, so good.
Okay, so cut that and make that an audition tape.
Yeah,
Mama,
send that to
absurd.
Hollywood
That was
once the strike is
incredible.
over.
The energy is up now.
Who was your favorite X-Men?
Storm. I love Storm. She was just so fucking cool.
Really
And she
one of the
really
coolest.
yeah, she was just the coolest one.
And she was kind of like otherworldly. Like, even though they were all like mutants,
Yeah.
there was something about her that like she controlled the weather.
Yeah.
Yes, that was like the
That's a
cuntiest thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, and she can fly, but it's not like flight. It's just she's controlling the wind around her. That's genius.
Yeah.
No shock here. Beast.
Ah,
Ah.
was.
We need to fuck him.
ah.
What are you talking about? Big blue guy?
Yeah.
Bigger
that
than
makes
me?
sense. That makes sense.
So
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
smart,
Oh, yeah, he's a
Yes.
professor.
What an intellectual.
right?
Yeah, read me a book, Beast. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Well, welcome back to California.
Thank you. It's
You
so
were
lovely
gone
to
for
be
so
here.
long.
I know. I've been back each year. I think I was the most next to Rita Ora, the most well-traveled person during the pandemic.
You really did.
Not because I was like traveling for enjoyment, but I got to Los Angeles on the first day of lockdown.
I remember
Because we were all like, oh, COVID, maybe we'll like have dinner parties, house parties for a couple of weeks. Things will
Yeah.
return to normal. And then cut to all of that. I didn't need to re-traumatize us. But I then got back to my place in London, and then Australia had no COVID, so I went back there, and then I don't know. It was
You're
anyway,
a citizen of the world.
citizen of
love
the
that.
world.
And
But
you worked a ton. You were like working constantly.
I would go where the the borders were open
Open.
and the work was legal.
Yes.
Yeah. It was all above board.
I'm jealous. I stayed home.
I-
I should have left. All of my friends were flying out. Everyone was leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a mass exodus. I wrote
Yeah.
a book too during lockdown. Let me
Yes.
recommend
Oh, yeah.
if you ever want to write a book, global pandemic, pretty good environment.
You'll really find your space and
Yeah.
time there.
Yeah.
I really was living vicariously through your Instagram stories in Australia.
Oh yeah.
Because you were like, look how beautiful it is. Look, we can
Trying
go
not
out
to
to
rub
the
it in.
club. You were like, we have to sit down, you guys. We're not allowed to dance on the dance floor. It's still a thing.
We're not allowed to vertically drink.
Oh my
There was no vertical
God.
drinking.
So you
at
had
one
to be
point.
seated.
You had to be seated.
Because the
and-
COVID doesn't get you when your knees are bent.
No, you're fine.
Exactly.
And then it was because it
Those
was
are the rules.
when it was a song. Maybe it was Gaga.
Rain on me.
Was it
No,
Rain
it was
on Me?
Chromatica. You were like, I've heard Chromatica in the club,
That's
but we're all
right.
sitting down.
And yeah, and then it came on, and we stood up and danced, and the security was like, "Everybody sit down." I was like, "Rain on me."
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
Well, you were just recently in Atlanta. You
Willem
saw
and I saw
Beyonce with
Beyonce.
Willem. I love Crystal. How was the show?
How dare you?
The show was amazing. And I was going to be in Northern California with some friends in the mountains. And then I had a gig at Market Days in Chicago. And I was like, okay, Beyonce, two of the world's most wonderful artists are touring right now in the United States, Beyonce and Jinx Monsoon.
I thought you were
Where,
about to say Taylor Swift.
where are they when? That was the bait
was
and
good.
switch. The bait and switch.
That's called comedy.
That's
Yeah.
That's
good.
from
that
a
was a good
professional.
one. That was a good one. Well, did you like the Jinx show too?
I did love
it
the
was
Jinx
so
show.
good.
Yeah, it was. Except I went to see it. I went to see it in San Francisco.
Oh, nice.
And it was on 6th and Market at the Warfield, appropriately named. And I felt like rattled and shooketh by like what has become of San Francisco.
It's
It was-
wild.
I will say yes.
Really
I spent
heartbreaking.
most of last month in San Francisco, and I only went like pre-pandemic once a month, usually to do a show up there. It was a different city.
Yeah.
It felt so different,
Yeah.
and I didn't feel ever in danger. I was just like, there's something weird. The vibe is off. The
Yeah.
whole city used to feel lighter.
Yeah, it feels dystopian and
Yeah.
kind of sad. But Jinx's show was amazing.
Slay.
And
Dystopian and kind of sad
dystopian
as
and
well.
kind of sad as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding.
I just love Jinx. I love watching her on stage, and she was wonderful. And then went to Atlanta with Willem to see Beyonce the next night, and that was just an otherworldly experience. We were talking about the Renaissance Bar, but Willem has had back surgery and needs a seat.
Right.
So we got we were like 3 rows from the front of the walk aroundy bit, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, I didn't realize when I booked these tickets they were this good, and we loved
Yeah,
it.
Oh, so you were on the floor?
Mm.
Okay. That's where my tickets are, and I'm getting very nervous because I'm seeing a lot of videos of people saying like, "Oh, people are gonna steal your seats. Like, you're not gonna have a spot to sit."
There was a bit of that went on because there was like 2 rows of empty in front of us,
Yeah.
and then people started to fill them, and then like 3/4 of the way through, those people turned up, and then there was like, they're our seats, and security shining lights, and we're just like, let us dance to Beyonce. We're on the right
Right.
seats.
Yes.
So as long as you're in your seat
Okay.
at the get go, I think you're fine.
We'll do that. We'll do that.
I'm so excited.
We're so excited. It's all I can think about.
You going in LA?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going on her birthday.
Beyonce's birthday.
That's going to be the
Uh-huh.
craziest one. I'm
Yeah.
going on the first night that she's here because the tickets were cheaper.
Do you think Jay-Z will like carry out a cake? And Blue Ivy will sing happy birthday?
I think if she
Grammy winner Blue Ivy singing on stage? I think not. Not for what her mom is paying her. No.
Isn't that amazing? I saw some whole thing. They were like,
Oh, of
this is how Blue Ivy has made $6 million so far touring. It's like she gets paid to be a dancer, and then they're like moving the money to some tax shelter, and then it's like accruing all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, she also made $6 million by just being born into a billionaire household.
Yeah, she'll inherit all that.
Yeah.
So what else are you doing while you're in LA?
I honestly just came like after Market Days. I
Got that
came
back loan out?
Well, no, that happened last night.
Oh, yeah, you told me. You had a
I
date.
had a date.
Oh,
Nice.
that's
It
so
was-
nice.
And it was like the most datiest, wholesome. I would say like it went 100% correct, which
Oh.
going on a date out of drag with a gay identifying man, for me is complex and convoluted and complicated. It comes with like a parasocial relationship from being Courtney Act. It comes with a gay man's own struggles with femininity and being with someone who's feminine but presenting masculine. And there's like all these things are always like happen, which I try not to be aware of, but clearly I am. And so then I probably project that onto them, and that's why they have a limp dick. But last night was like, it was like a little, I won't go into details.
Sure,
Okay.
that's fine. Yeah.
But we went on a lovely date to a restaurant and then went to, his place and made out and did butt stuff.
Fun.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Yeah.
Can you unpack a little bit the term parasocial? Because I think I get it, and people are using it a lot more these days.
It's the idea. I mean, I think the pre-internet idea was the bartender at your gay bar who you order your drink off every week and like who might know your drink order, and you're like, you've got this whole, his name, everything about him, you have all these details.
Got it.
He actually has no idea who you are.
Right.
So it's sort of like when now in this world, like people who are listeners know so much about you to follow you on Instagram, but then you don't actually know who they are. So it's sort of like, it's not a reciprocal social relationship.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And if I forget your name, it doesn't help if you keep on saying, I can't believe you forgot my name.
Oh,
It just makes it worse for you.
yeah. I remember back in my maybe less compassionate youth.
Oh.
So where I'm at. The least compassionate.
It was like 2001, and there was this boy who was like came up to me and was like, "You don't remember my name, do you?" He's like, "You never remember my name. I've met you so many times, you don't remember my name." And I was like, "I think it's something biblical, like Matthew, Mark, Luke, John." And he's like, "You don't remember." And I said, "Do you know what, sweetheart?" I was like, in the nicest possible way, the fact that I can't remember your name says more about you than it does about me.
Ooh.
That's not the case.
And there it is.
That's not the case for like every situation.
Yeah. But
His
that
name was Josh, by the way.
Oh.
Slay, Josh. Eat
Hi,
it.
Josh.
Yeah. But no, I now if I don't think about what the person's name is, if I just say the first name that comes to my mind, it's often the right name.
Ooh.
Oh.
I have like this
'Cause you're a witch.
spooky thing, like in a meet and greet. I'm like, Mary, Sandra, Joanne, Margaret.
And they're like,
And Mitch is
uh-huh.
like, how do
How'd
you
you
remember these people's
know?
names? And I'm like, I don't know.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love
Was-
that. Yeah.
Oh, I just
We-
wanted to expound on the parasocial relationships because you've been on so many different TV shows and there's been like different kind of versions of you produced and put out there. What is like the weirdest one? Like, is it the Drag Race fans or is it the Big Brother UK fans?
I think the most
Or not weird, I guess
the
that's not
most
the right word.
challenging one maybe for me was like the Drag Race one, because I didn't see the relationship that people had with the person they thought was me wasn't who I felt that I was.
Mhm.
Right.
So that was a challenge. But then Celebrity Big Brother in the UK really felt like, oh, this is who I am, and I've now
Yeah.
been seen by people, and I won. And there was something about that that kind of quelled any of the Drag Race. But when someone comes up and goes, "I love your wings on Drag Race," I always think, oh, I understand like your comprehension of who I am.
Right.
Like I'm that girl
Who went
from
like
Drag
this.
Race. You
Yeah.
like that.
And then they were like,
If someone says, "Why were you mean to Jocelyn Fox?" then I'm like, oh.
I will say, there's a clip of you
How'd
that
those
is
wings get there?
recirculating on Twitter
Oh, with
right
the
now.
door?
Yes.
More like Honey Mahog Buddy.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say that?
Okay, and
That's really good, though.
Yes.
That's really good.
It was during the makeover challenge, and they're all getting like a little cunty right before their the runway, and so like the queens are sparring a little bit with their words to sort of show off a drag room vibe. And Dora's saying to her drag daughter like, "Oh, we really have a family resemblance," and Courtney's like, "You better not get that. I hope you don't pass down the hog body," and everyone laughs, and then Dora says, "What with that honey mahogany dress you got made over there?" And Courtney just pops back, "Better than honey mahogany body."
It made me seem really witty, but in truth,
Yes.
in truth, those things happened over the course of several weeks, and they were just cut together in one sentence.
But I like it so much because knowing you sort of behind the camera and seeing you play around with your friends, you are quick and funny and cunty in like a joyful, fun way.
Yeah.
And it's great because, you have a lot to uphold out in the world,
Yeah.
You're like an activist, you're like a TV host, you set an example, and I think you do you do such a great job of walking that line where you both feel the pressure to maintain that, but also be authentic to yourself and like not stop yourself from having fun.
Yeah, and I think that's important. And I think it's that idea of like we wear different wigs for different situations, different hats. Like here we have an appropriate conversation for who we are, and if you're reading a book to children, you don't. And we're all smart enough to understand what's appropriate in different places. I was talking to Katia today doing her podcast, and
double dip.
Yeah.
Double dip. You're all talked out.
I'm just
10 out of
10. And yeah, we were talking about some of those things, and I'm like, okay, I'm like the language and the jokes that she was making were about sort of those sort of sensitive topics, and I was like, as a national trinket who is discussed in the national media surrounding these issues, I would like to,
You're like, let's pivot.
Yeah, where do you draw the line? Because I feel like when, not to bring up Big Brother again, but that was like where you were saying a lot of stuff for people to hear that they had never heard before. So you became like the spokesperson. So do you feel that responsibility still now after
I
leaving
do, but I
winning?
I don't feel like it as a burden. I feel, not to sound trite, but I do feel like it's like an honor because I think that to be able to speak in the mainstream about queer and not queer things, just, the different women's rights and all sorts of things that we had conversations about in the Big Brother house, it feels like to have that opportunity where queer people haven't had a space at the table for so long. And I remember like being in the room, but like having to be like dick joke, woohoo, like make everyone feel comfortable. And now I get like invited on news programs in drag and talk about like serious things, but there's no need for me to be in drag apart from the fact that it looks good.
Right. National trinket.
National trinket.
And all of that after showing your tuck on the moment one.
I know. What a way to enter the house. My
An
skirt
iconic way to enter the house.
And you see like just a vacuum-packed chicken breast.
Yeah. I was concerned. Why didn't they blur it?
I know.
They just said, leave it out.
Leave it in.
Why do so many people have a theory that was planned?
Because Willem on their podcast said that was planned.
Well, the night before I went in, Howie made the outfit that I was wearing, and I wore it for the promo. And I decided,
and it is Velcro, yes?
Pop studs.
Okay.
2 pop studs.
Can't trust those.
And
dangerous.
Howie made the outfit. I wore it for the promo, and I thought, oh, this looks so pretty. I'd like to wear this for the entrance, but I feel like I need a gown. And so to sound relatable, I messaged my stylist, Frank, and he had found like a piece of material that was the same and was like it was like the night before, and he was like, I can put a couple of pop studs in it, and like away you go. And I was like, okay, great. And then as I walked down the stairs, I breathed out, and kaboom.
Wow.
Wow.
What? I mean, that I just think personally on live television, walking into a brand new environment, being like, I have to put my dress on.
Yeah.
And then you explained it to them, but like, I don't know that everyone like really understood.
No. And then it happened again as I was explaining it. And I was like, wow! And then Amanda Barry, who's one of the... she was one of the older women in the house who was in like the Carry On films, and she had talked about working with Danny LaRue.
Yeah.
Right toward the end, this weird alliance happened between Anne Whitcomb, who was the Conservative politician who in 23 years of Parliament voted against every single piece of pro-LGBT legislation that ever came before her, among other things.
How'd you not kill her?
Then there was Wayne Sleep, who's like a older gay man who's like a ballet dancer with the Royal Ballet, and then Amanda Barry, who is an older woman who's an actress and in a relationship with a woman, and the two older queer people teamed up with the older conservative woman to turn on me. And one night I was in the bathroom. I don't know if I was getting in drag. I can't remember. But she kind of like marched into the bathroom to give me a piece of her mind. And she was like, why are you picking on Anne? And why are you? And I'm like, Anne voted against your right to be married to your wife. I am not picking on Anne. She has literally spent her whole entire career legislating against our rights. And like, and then she walked out of the bathroom. And she turned around and she was like, and another thing, I worked with Danny LaRue and I know drag queens, and a drag queen would never be that sloppy. This is like 4 weeks after the
Oh my
fact.
God.
After
Hold
like
on, never
she had
be
been
that
sitting on
sloppy.
it.
Yeah.
Hold on a
Excuse
second.
me, I'll reveal right now.
Exactly. Sloppy seconds.
Wow. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
I'm going to take a break on that one.
Yeah.
We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Weight Loss by Hims is here to help you reach your goals.
Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications that are designed to support you in losing the weight and keeping it off, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen.
GLP-1s help regulate your appetite and eat less.
With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise.
And no needles needed. Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
And through Hims, you can just go online where you'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if the treatment is right for you.
No insurance necessary either, and if prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door.
Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/sloppyseconds to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you.
That's HIMS.com/sloppyseconds.
hims.com/sloppyseconds.
Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS.
To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.
You know, lately I have been trying to keep my wardrobe simple. I want pieces that are comfortable, but they still feel like put together like an outfit, and that's why I'm always reaching for my Quince items.
The fabric feels elevated, the fits are clean, and Quince makes getting dressed so easy.
Quince has all the staples for spring, like 100% European linen shirts and shorts starting at just $34.
They're lightweight and breathable, but still look polished. I have a bunch of their Pima cotton tees, and they're super soft and easy to wear and very breathable for the summer, for the sweaty body.
I just rediscovered this pair of linen shorts that I have that are so comfortable from Quince. You know when like something gets buried accidentally? I pulled these out and I was like, what have I been doing? Not wearing these!
And the linen doesn't wrinkle.
Period.
Plus, everything is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands because Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middleman.
Refresh your everyday with luxury you'll actually use.
Go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too.
That's QUINCE.com/sloppy for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sloppy.
Get yourself some Pima cotton!
Quince.
Quince. At Quince.
If you love to shop, listen up! Have you heard of Rakuten?
With Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy. Just from shopping.
Exactly. Clothes, athletic wear, pet supplies. I'm talking about Gap, Adidas, and even Petco.
So I can buy a look, get new shoes, snag the cat some cute toys, and get cash back.
That's right. And you can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
That's cool.
It is cool.
But how does it work?
Well, partner stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to the members.
Rakuten is really doing the most, huh? Love it.
Yeah, in the best possible way. Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. So, you can become one of them today.
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today.
And get yourself some Rakuten. And we're back.
Now, I have a very pressing question for you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Are the gays in WeHo still mean?
The mean gays, they live in West Hollywood. The mean gays, well, they all would if they could. I wrote
would what?
this song. They would live in
They
West
would.
Hollywood.
Oh, they would.
Yeah.
They just
If they
would.
could.
They just would.
If they
They would
could.
if they could.
I thought it was about you.
Oh,
You know,
I
they
would
would
if I
they
could. Well, I would. I did.
I've
How
done.
was living in WeHo?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I moved there in 2010, and I wrote the song "Mean Gays" about my group of tongue in cheek about my group of friends at the time who were the mean gays of West Hollywood.
Courtney's the nice one who hangs out with all the bullies.
Yeah.
She's like, but they're fun and hot. I'm nice. What do you mean?
And then someone was like, "But do you see how they treat other people?" And I was like, "Oh, no." And so yeah, I wrote that song. I wrote that song driving back from Vegas. I put like a voice note on, and I was like, "He looks like Tarzan and talks like Jane." And I sang the whole song into a voice note, and then like wrote it like the 5-hour car ride. And by the end, I was like, "Oh, I've got a song," and I'm like, "I'm going to record that song." And
That's the level of productivity that I wish I had.
Multitasking.
Yeah, if I'm in the car, I'm
Meanwhile,
thinking
you're like, my car's going to drive me there myself.
oh yeah.
this was like 2013, so I was like eating, driving,
Good, watching a
masturbating,
movie.
drinking,
Real
writing a
wow.
song.
What did you feel like you wrote? Have you written the majority of your music while living in West
LA?
Hollywood, like LA?
I think I wrote all of it up to my album Fluid, which I wrote in London. No, where did I write that? Yeah, I think I wrote that in London.
Okay.
But all of the songs from Kaleidoscope I wrote in LA with Sam Sparrow and a wonderful group of songwriters.
Yeah.
Great. I
We
love
love
that. We love
songwriters.
songwriters.
They're
They're,
so amazing.
you know,
I
just
remember
a
their
part of the
names.
community
What do you?
that we can't.
I'm so curious. I talk about this all the time. I talk about making music, being an independent artist,
Sucking old men's dicks.
Yeah, these are the things I
usual
talk about.
things.
What is your take on and LaCroix exactly?
Oh,
LaCroix
LaCroix
boy.
boy.
Thank you. What is your take
that
on the
sustained
music
note.
industry? What?
Do the sustained note.
Which one?
The one from that song. But it goes up like
It
two
doesn't
octaves.
go up like that.
We'll make it. We'll figure it out.
We'll do it in post. We'll
Yeah,
take that
yeah.
out in
We'll-
Photoshop.
I sing a falsetto when I sing that voice. Yeah, that song. What's your take on the music industry? Because I mean, obviously, you are a very well-known celebrity who travels the world and performs your music. But also, like when it comes to the music industry, like you're an independent artist, or
Yeah.
are you on a label, or
No, I was in 2003. I was the first drag artist to be signed to a major label anywhere in the world. I
Right.
was signed to Sony BMG after Australian Idol, and I released a song with them. But since then, I've been independent and releasing my own music. And I was just thinking about this the other day because I saw that maybe it's the VMAs have got like a category for K-pop, and I've got a category for something else that was like a new kind of twist. And I was like, imagine if
Yeah.
the VMAs had like a queer pop or a drag pop
Yeah.
category.
yeah.
So they could just give all those awards to Kim Petras.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Country drag pop for
Yeah.
Trixie.
Yeah, for Trixie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Country,
Get Ginger up there on this.
country queer
Yeah.
pop. You could have Orville and Trixie go head to head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it does make sense because it's not like those awards are like the Academy Awards.
No.
They're like thrown by MTV, and
Yeah.
MTV puts Drag Race out now.
Yeah, so
so
why
they could
don't they
have a
have-
drag
Oh, they will,
category.
soon.
MTV, if you're listening to this, could you please create a drag pop or a queer pop
Yeah.
category for the drag queens to be
Yeah.
recognized?
Let's
Yeah.
get Alaska her things.
Yeah. Give her her things.
Get her her things. No, it is, and I'm sure you've moved in and out of those spaces.
Mm.
Like when you made your Eurovision contender
Oh, yeah.
song, that was like funded and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fully supported.
Yeah.
What's it like to sort of know that maybe for one of your songs you're going to shell out the cash and find a videographer and make a music video walking along Venice Beach.
Yep.
And then the other day you're going to get a car service and walk on a big set and there's a whole team.
Yeah. It's interesting, like, being an independent artist, because I guess the reason we do it is because we love music and we love performing and we love writing songs, we love creating music videos, and then we love being able to actualize those on stage for audiences. But it's challenge. It becomes like, it sometimes feels thankless because you're constantly like spending the money, putting it out there, and nobody wants me.
Your friends make fun of you.
Yeah.
So what happens?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, you know? Sometimes I support your work.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not great.
Well, no, I think that that wasn't it. Your
no,
work.
I know.
That was it.
Sure.
What?
I always have these dreams where I'm like, one day, like my song Celebrate that I released to World Pride, I was like, maybe this is it. Yeah. Maybe this is the one. And I'm going to release it and people are going to be like, we love this song, and then go back and like discover my back catalog. Like,
or just wait for the next one.
I was going to say like Lizzo's
yeah.
album that like was like a year later that everybody discovered
got an
and
award,
with it. Or get to make more, but yeah, I don't know, like part of me, like, I don't know, the 14-year-old boy who loved the Spice Girls, who wanted to be a Spice Girl, just wants to be on stage, being a Spice Girl, singing my music that people people sing along to, which I sort of tried with Celebrate, because the chorus is just the word celebrate repeated 16 times, so I can at least create video content where it looks like everyone is singing along to my song. Right. Or I tell them in like the first instrumental, like, okay, everybody, when we get to the next chorus, just celebrate 16 times. You got it? Okay, go. And I'm at Berlin Pride with 500,000 people going, celebrate, 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 celebrate. And just like,
I know, it's an earworm.
It is an earworm.
We know how to celebrate. No, I feel that completely. I think I've probably had 2 shows in my entire career where I went and there was a group of people who knew all the music. Yeah. And that feeling, it's incredible. Because it's not less about like fueling ego and more about energy fueling for the performance. Yeah. I'm like, I understand, you know, obviously Beyonce is like a next level artist, but I also understand when you're playing to a stadium and 50,000 people are screaming your song back to you, how you can sustain a 3-hour performance as a superhero. Yeah. You know,
you can see it in her face too when she's having a good time. She hated those European dates. Those people were seated the whole time.
Yeah.
How scandalous.
When it started.
And you could see it in her face too if you watched the
But she
video.
always does this. Taylor did the whole US. Now she's going to do international. Beyonce always starts in Europe because she's like, we got to work out the show.
Yeah.
And when she does that, everybody on mute.
Yeah.
In Europe, they were just like,
they were already on mute.
They won.
But you were in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You were there for the one that won.
Yeah.
Right?
Did it win? It was amazing. God. Everybody on mute.
It was dead.
It was so
good. So silent for the Atlanta ones. I know people are gonna fuck it up in LA.
So you're now what they're doing is they're filming themselves
screaming during
fucking it up for attention.
No, don't do that to Beyonce.
Not to mother.
Not to mother.
Let's talk about Australia.
Okay.
You're a celebrity there.
Like
you're like big famous there. When you're walking down the street, how often are you getting stopped?
It does happen, like out of drag. It is quite surprising, and it's who it is, because like I have an interview show on the ABC, which is like our national broadcaster. That
speaking of Beyonce, what's it called?
1+1, baby.
1+1 equals 2.
She hit the note.
Well, we'll be getting into the whistle notes soon. I'm just kidding.
Or a gift.
And 1+1 is the ABC has quite an aging audience,
right?
And then I've attracted like a younger audience to
and that's
my
Australian
show,
Australian
Broadcasting Commission, and they so lots of people watch that on the TV who were like older, and people watch it online and wherever they watch it, and so now I'm like a hit with like the older middle class Australians, where people are always like, my grandma loves you. And there's this weird thing that's now happening that like people's grandparents,
love that, though.
I'm like, oh, because normally it's like, oh, my friend is your biggest fan. I'm like, why is it always the friend? Why is it not you? Yeah, so now it's like, my grandmother loves you, or my grandfather loves you, or my mum, or I was talking to my mum and my dad the other day about, they were like, oh, you have to watch Courtney interview Baz Luhrmann on 1+1. And I'm like, that's so cool.
Crazy. Do you find people there like more open-minded, or is just your audience?
I think that it's interesting, right? Because like Drag Race is huge,
Right.
but it's a destination show. It's not on a terrestrial network like NBC or ABC or
Right.
where people just tune in and watch TV. So the people who are watching Drag Race are the people who want to watch Drag Race. Whereas like sometimes you'll just be watching, less so in 2023, but back in the day when you're just watching television and you're watching whatever the network has on at 7 p.m. on a Friday night and you're choosing between 3 shows kind of thing. And so to be in that world where you're just like on the mainstream television where people are not just coming to watch you, they're coming to watch what is on the television, and then they end up watching you and they end up liking you. It's quite transgressive in an interesting way because, I mean, I think Australia has, I mean, the US has had like different queer visibility throughout the years.
Sure.
And the UK has had a lot, and probably like pantomime and people like Boy George and Lily Savage and Eddie Izzard and George Michael and all of these people who have been like huge pop culture icons in like a 80s, 90s era. But then the 2000s, there wasn't that much anywhere.
Mhm.
And in Australia, we had like Dame Edna, of course, and other queer icons. And I think in the UK and Australia, there is a more open sensibility to like queer identity and difference on mainstream media. Like the idea of a drag queen hosting an interview show on ABC, like it's just not something
it's
that we
never
can
gonna
think
happen
about.
here,
Yeah.
That's so
Okay, I have a
wild.
question about this. Because you also, in between, before that, when you went to London, you hosted a dating show.
Yeah, The Bi Life.
The Bi Life. And on that dating show, you talked about your sort of gender fluidity and the fact that you don't feel like you're a character when you're Courtney. You feel like it's an extension of who you are.
Yeah.
And do you feel like that sort of designation or like reaffirmation in a public way allowed the interview show to take off rather than I'm a character interviewing a celebrity?
Yeah, I think it's interesting with the interview show. I mean, when I was younger, I saw Courtney as being different. Like I compartmentalized, I think, because I had shame about doing drag and being a boy who was feminine. And I found this container where I could socially acceptably do it. And then over the years, I've been like, oh, actually, I kind of just enjoy girly things, and that's okay. And so I think as I've come to like embrace my femininity and realize that whoever I am and however I show up is enough and is okay, and it's not less than because it's feminine. Then the Bi Life, I sort of talked about attraction and gender identity and sexuality, and I don't know, I've just always, I guess, tried to like humanize myself in a world where, I mean, drag is sort of a self-objectification in a way, and then I try to sort of
Objectify me.
and then there's a sort of like work to unpack what like, because I think for us drag means, I'm sure it means different things to different people, but drag is like this deliberate choice of how you're going to express yourself in a world that told you that you're supposed to be this way or that way.
Right.
And you're like, no, actually. And the beauty of drag is that like drag is all really different.
Yeah.
And it's like what it means to each of us and how we choose to portray that I love. But sometimes people are like drag is like the finger pointing at the moon, and it's like the shiny thing, and then people like are like, wow, that's a pretty hand. And you're like, no, I'm actually pointing at this idea that like we're all born naked and the rest is drag.
Wow.
Wow.
Not come in here and quote your best friend.
Sorry.
Wow.
We're all
Wow.
making deliberate choices
Yeah.
about the food that we eat and the people we sleep with and the clothes that we wear, the jobs that we do, the houses that we live in.
And even more so
Yes.
now with social media, the way we present ourselves
Yeah.
publicly. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. And to think that is just like the way it is feels dumb to me. And the thing that drag is trying to do is to say, no, you can do whatever you want. You just because you were born with a penis or born with a vagina and you were told that this was the very narrow bandwidth of what you're allowed to be, that's not true. And it's something that that's why I think queer people are here to save the world, because we're liberating people from these ideas, these old systems and structures that don't serve us anymore. And that's very upsetting to some people, but I think that I hope that in 10 or 15 years we'll look back and see sort of queer liberation as something that really contributed to the betterment of humanity and the liberating of women and the freeing of men from their cages that they all live in. Yeah, I don't know.
I hope it's sooner than 10 to 15 years, because Mama, I'll be dead by then.
We'll all be dead.
Speaking about that, well, let's talk about your Madame Tussauds, your body that's there. What do they call that?
A wax
A
figure.
wax figure.
What?
Your body.
Well, because I'm hoping in 10 to 15 years it'll still be there and not melted. How do they make that?
It's air conditioned. So,
Okay, good. That one in LA, I'm not trusting anybody's body yet.
The body is fiberglass, the head is wax. And it's actually wax, which I was interested to know.
Like, you can, like...
It's hard, but they said it's a combination of a Japanese wax and a beeswax that is sort of like... They took it to... Fair Day, which is like a Pride Day in Sydney. They had like a booth and it was like, 90 degrees. Yeah. And so like you could get a photo with Courtney at Fair Day and like Troye Sivan and Kylie Minogue, I think. I can't remember who. Like they had like different figures out. And I was like, won't she melt? And they were like, no, she's fine for like a few hours in the sun, but we couldn't leave her there all day.
That's crazy.
When you first saw it, did you get up close, look at it, and just wait for it to move?
It was, well, actually, you know what's weird? All of the others... all of the others that in Madame Tussauds were really spooky, like the especially the Australian celebrities, because they've been done more recently, and the more time you give them and the more like agreeable you are to their process, the better your wax figure looks. So some of the biggest celebrities, they're based on like photographs and things. But if you've gone in for like the full 8 hours, you do like a full 3D body scan in the outfit, out of the outfit. They match your eye color. There's like a woman that has like an easel with all these paints, and she's like matching your skin color, and you've got like glass eyes, and they're picking the right one, and like your teeth. I had a 3D dental scan. Basically, Madame Tussauds are body snatchers, and they're gonna upload me to the metaverse. I probably signed
You're
something.
AI already, baby.
Yeah, I'm the ABBA Voyage hologram.
I would have been like, you do whatever you need to do, but make that waist 2 inches smaller. Let's not play games here today.
Well, they keep all of the details, but when I saw mine, I think because I'd seen all the others, and I was like, but because I knew I think you're gonna come alive. Not, you're ugly. Like they were just 3Ds. They were so realistic. But when I saw mine, I was like, well, that's obviously not me because I'm here.
Yeah.
So I had this rationalized,
see, yeah.
like, I knew that she wasn't going to come alive. So I was like all up in a grill checking. And I like asked her, they told me that the Katy Perry one, she's wearing a wig. And they told me that to make it look correct, she actually has a full head of hair that's all in pin curls and then a stocking cap. And then they put the wig on the mannequin, on the wax figure.
Oh my
Because of the proportions. That's how like precise and artistic they are. So I asked them, I said, okay, if that's the case, if that's where we're going, then like I like glue down my eyebrows and there's this texture in here and like I have a web toe. She has a web toe. I have this like scar on my leg where I broke my leg. And,
so
like,
does she have like
she is
little
a
short
full-
hair and then like,
no, they did put her in a wig. They were going to originally punch the hair in and I was like, I mean, I definitely wear wigs, like, and so they made like a film lace custom front wig, and she's wearing like.
Now is she wearing their wig or
she's
your
wearing
wig?
their wig actually.
And is she wearing their dress or your dress?
She's wearing my dress.
Okay,
my Marco that you have to donate your everything, the earrings, the fingernails, the dress.
Biological.
Your press-ons. Your press-ons.
I'm so stupid.
They are the body
I'm so
snatchers.
dumb. I was like, how much of your nails?
You're wearing nails right now.
For once in my life, I was like, pretty ladies coming today.
And the shoes you have to donate as well.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't want her to spend her life in Payless, but also, do I really want to give her a pair of Louboutins?
You're like, let's
get the knockoff.
call Wendy.
Call
Let's have an
Willow.
agreement.
Get the
I'll come
knockoff.
here every 2 or 3 years. We'll swap out the shoes.
But I gave her a pair of Louboutins. Actually, the Louboutins that I wore into the Celebrity Big Brother house, which I had worn the night before when Willem Alaska and I were performing at GAY in London. And I did like a high kick out to the audience and my shoe flew off into the crowd.
Oh, no.
I lost the shoe and I was like, fuck, that was the shoe that I was going to wear into the Big Brother house. And Willem and Alaska, I had not told a word to,
I
which they were
remember
very
those.
Oh, yeah, they
upset
were
about.
mad,
They were very pressed
mad.
for a long time. And then they
Fucked.
found the shoe. Security checked everybody's bag as they were going out, and they found the shoe and they returned it to the hotel. I wore it into the Celebrity Big Brother house, and now they lie forever on my Madame Tussauds wax figure at Sydney.
What
Let's take a
can't you
break.
do?
Oh.
Okay. We'll be right back after this break. And we're back. You know Wicked?
Yes.
You like Wicked?
I do.
Slay.
It's coming back to Sydney. Like another touring production.
No, are they going to have, well, you wouldn't know, but are they going to have her fly or is she just going to go up on that cherry forklift?
Does she fly now?
In the German production and then the Korean production, she flies out over the audience and they have this
like
wind
Spider-Man.
blowing at her. Yeah, but less dangerous.
Yeah.
And they have this wind blowing at her and she's got all this taffeta so it like
Oh, wow.
floats around
I
her.
hope
She
they
looks
do
like a ghost.
that.
It's so good.
I saw Spider-Man on Broadway.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Turn
Turn
off
the
the
light.
dark.
Turn off the
Turn off the dark.
And Mama, turn it back on. It was dangerous. Well, which one was it?
There was like it stopped halfway through, like the gobbler, whoever it was, like flew out over the audience and then like stopped, and they were like, "We're gonna hold, pause, reset. Sorry, everybody," and the person like. They had to go back and do it again.
So
Everybody
insane.
had to
I mean, that
wait.
kept happening, and then they kept hurting their Peters. They
Yeah.
kept breaking their legs, doing
Yeah.
all the stunts, which I love. Did you hurt yourself when you were dancing?
No,
on the
but I
TV?
did. I broke my leg at Gay Ski Week in Whistler once.
Whoa.
Oh my God, that's a big scar. What
Yeah.
happened?
I took a wrong turn and ended up on a double black diamond mogul run, and mogul, yeah, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
the bumpy bits, and I tried
Moguls
to
of
like,
media.
I tried to
Moguls
like
of media.
snowplow, and then like as I snowplowed, like I hit the bump, and this
Ugh.
kept my leg.
Oh.
How long were you out for because of that injury?
It was a few months. They took me down to if you're gonna break your leg anywhere in the world, Whistler is the place to do it because there's so many broken legs there. Like the ski field, they take you down to the hospital.
Broken legs and spades.
Yeah,
Work.
I told them that I was like, someone said, tell them you're a dancer because they'll like do an extra good job.
Yeah.
Because it's important to your livelihood. And
That's what I'm gonna start telling
yeah,
you. I'm a dancer,
I'm
doctor.
a dancer.
He looks at my body up and down. Sure.
So they fixed my leg, and then I got out of hospital a week later, which was the morning of the gig that I was there to do. And I was obviously still in a morphine haze, and I asked them to drive me back up the mountain. I got in drag, which I have no memory of. And
You have pictures,
like
though.
I have
That's
pictures.
what I
I was
wanna
in a
see.
wheelchair.
Was it good?
They carried me on stage and like put me upright, and I like sang on one leg, and I did like AC/DC Shook Me All Night Long, where like that you do the duck walk
the kick with the
across
guitar.
the stage.
Yes.
And I'm like just gotten out of hospital, and I'm like doing and I look back now, and I'm like that was foolish. But
But it was a
I've got
commitment.
photos.
Yeah.
And I
But
like
you're a
that.
professional.
That
Yeah.
you're a professional because the girls now would call out for a broken leg.
Yeah.
Come on, get up there.
You're
Get on
upset
stage.
about this.
Get on stage and dance with your broken leg.
Who
You're
called
looking
out?
for the
Who called
real.
out?
She won't.
Name and shame.
I'm not gonna say it.
Name and shame.
Come on.
No, is that what you do on your pod?
Don't go vague booking now. Kidding.
She knows who she is.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We're always trying to book guests.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so if I talk shit about him now, I can't bring him in here and ask him about
I
it.
guess broke a leg and couldn't come and do the podcast.
No, about other things.
Okay.
just-
Gigs
I'll stop
in
pressing.
real
I'll
life.
stop pressing.
But
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
speaking of booking guests,
Mhm.
you had a great podcast. Is it going to come back? Call Me Brenda. What are you guys
It's
doing?
not.
No, 2 seasons.
Vanity and I did 2 seasons of Brenda Call Me. We loved it.
Oh yeah, Brenda, call
We
me. I always
did-
say it the other way around.
Everyone does. It's okay. We did. I can't remember how many episodes we did in the second season. 30.
What'd you do total? 35?
I think we
40?
did 35 in the second, and they wanted to bring us back for a third year, and they wanted 48 episodes, and
Because it was a hit.
yeah, and Vanity and I sort of discussed it, and we loved doing it, and we love each other, but it sort of our friendship became more important than the podcast, and I think we started working together in that environment for both of us.
Wait, other way around. The podcast became more important than your friendship?
No, we wanted to.
No, they
place-
wanted
Oh.
to keep. They cared about their friendship, so they canceled the pod.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
well,
hap-
the great
that's what
thing
had
about
happened.
us is that we've
I
never been
see
friends.
you. I don't ever want to be your friend.
So we're just business
Associates.
associates.
Yeah, I think that we realized, that doing the podcast on that in that way for us and our friendship just was taking a toll, and so we
Yeah.
decided that we were better off just remaining friends and stopping the podcast. We'd like to do it again one day, but I think they want like the consistency, and that
Yeah.
was something.
I mean,
that,
we've been on the air for 4 years straight, no breaks, never,
Yeah.
twice a week. It's constant.
even when you had that broken leg, you
Yeah.
were here.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Well,
Well,
We're dedicated.
She didn't break her
Professional.
leg. She was
Professional.
pretending to be sick.
What's new happening at Wigs by Vanity?
What is new? Well, we've just got the.
Isn't it crazy? She does everything.
I know, but it's Fabulous Fridays.
Is this?
No, it's
Okay.
a knockoff.
Okay.
It really is. It's a knockoff.
It looks.
Yeah, the fact that you
Tina
said
adjacent.
is this?
Mhm.
We've now got what are we calling them? They're not the Uber-Ryers. They're not the Glam and Goes. I think they're the Glamour-Ryers, where it's like the Uber-Ryer had like a 2-inch knotted lace front.
Yeah.
And with the cost of living, I don't know what the prices went
Everything
up a
is
lot.
up. Yeah.
Well, during COVID too, because of all the
Yeah.
restrictions on shipping and stuff.
Yeah, and so during COVID, Vanity like very cleverly pivoted to hard front wigs, and
Everyone loved it.
And they were
overheard-
good.
I overheard like young people saying like, "Oh my god, this wig is amazing! Like you don't even have to glue it on. Like you can just put it on your head." And we're like, "Yeah, that was what happened before lace fronts.
That's
you've
what wigs were.
That's what wigs were, and now you've just known lace fronts for so long that you're like inconvenienced by the glamour that is a flawless hairline."
Well, they aren't flawless the way they do them.
Well, yeah. Oh gosh, those lovely. See, this is the beauty of bangs.
Yeah, I love a bang.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing eyebrows or anything today.
My Rootin wig is very smaller but similar style to this.
Oh,
A
yeah.
Rooting wig is a
Smaller.
a
It
wig
seems
that-
like for your frame and face shape, that would
Perfectly
be
fine.
not big enough.
I don't want to
Now,
scare
a
the
rooting
trade.
wig is what?
The wig
It's
that
where
you
the
have
root-
sex in when you're in drag.
Oh.
It's a wig that looks good in any position. A root is Australian for sex. So did you get a root? Did you have sex?
Oh.
I always thought they were
Oh.
talking about beets and turnips and
No,
root vegetables.
Root vegetable wig.
I
No,
love
root-
that. Rootin' wig.
Rootin' wig.
Now, do you have to pin that in or glue it? Or
I don't glue. I could glue it, but I usually I have a toupee clip and like a little French pin. I don't
all
let
it
them pull out
takes.
my hair.
Delicate.
Yeah.
French pin, some
Yeah.
chapstick and mascara.
That's
What do
Yeah.
What's your coffee order down there in Australia?
A soy ice latte.
Oh, famously vegan.
Famous. Well, vegetarian now.
Oh, she's back on
Pivot!
the meat.
Yeah, during the
What are-
pandemic, I went back.
What are the things now that you consume that you wouldn't have before?
Cheese,
Cheese.
ice
Oh.
cream.
Mm.
So you're not going straight
Baked
meat.
goods.
You're just
Oh, no,
going
no.
like byproduct.
I can't. I genuinely just can't eat meat. Like
Yeah.
it's not like being vegan was always like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna eat that cheese. Whereas
Right.
like if you've said here's a steak or here's a chicken, I'm like I actually
want
can't
that.
eat that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was living my life as a closeted vegetarian who was presenting to the world as vegan, but then would like
It's like,
get
I
drunk
love
and
that.
do things they'd regret in the morning,
Pizza!
like eat cheese pizza.
And Willem would tell everyone she's got a big old mouth. That's why he didn't tell her about Big Brother.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been broadcasted on Twitter 20 minutes later.
Telegram, telephone, tell Willem. She would have had that on Race
My
Chaser.
God.
Oh yeah, I mean the bleeping that we do over there.
Oh
I
my
can't
gosh.
catch them all.
Beep, 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 beep,
Okay,
beep.
also in Australia,
Mhm.
because you do share a lot about your life on Instagram.
Mhm.
You have this nice apartment that you have. Are they parrots or parakeets that come
They're
meet
rainbow lorikeets.
you? Laura.
Laura
Key.
Key.
Yeah,
I went to high school with her.
Delicious.
they're like a wild bird that is rainbow colored, and they come in the area that I live. They just fly around in the wild like these rainbow parrots, and they'll come and land on my balcony. And like I bought some like lorikeet mix from Amazon. Jeff sent it over, and I mix it
Daddy
up for
Bezos.
them and put it out on the balcony, and then they'd come and eat. But then I realized like where there's one, there's many. There was always like two. And then there was three.
Oh, no.
And then I was just like the pigeon lady from Mary Poppins. And there was like six. And then they started like flying in the apartment. I'm like, ah! And that's when I cut them off and they started flying around.
You are a Disney princess. Just like,
Sydney is so. I mean, it is so. There's so much nature down there. Every time I go, I'm
Australia
like,
is like mostly nature,
Yeah. Yeah.
less suburbs, right?
Well, even in the suburbs, like there's rainbow lorikeets, there's sulfur crested cockatoos, like these giant pure white birds with like a yellow crest, and they just
Okay.
fly. They sound like they sound horrible, but they look beautiful. There's kookaburras, which
oh
sit-
yeah, did they do the quick
There's
like
a song about
knocking
them.
or-
that's the kookaburra.
Wait, is this a new talent that we didn't know?
I love the new talent. I'm now doing bird calls. Available for hunting meetings.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
That was the thing that really impressed me on my trips to Australia. Is like it just feels like you're in the city and it's beautiful, and then especially in Sydney, like you're right at the harbor, you're right at all those beaches, and then there's just like wildlife everywhere and beautiful nature.
Yeah, it's really
very
lovely.
different than like the nice weather here in LA, which is like urban nice weather.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the weather here is just I don't think there's any city in the world where we would have human rights that has weather like Los Angeles.
Yeah,
It's just incomparable. Like every time I'm here, I'm like, oh, it's another beautiful day. And I think living in London made me appreciate weather.
Oh yeah. It gets real foggy there for so long.
It's miserable.
How many pool parties have you been to out here since you've been back?
None. I thought you were saying London. I'm like, definitely none.
No, I feel like there's pool parties every day.
I only got here on Sunday night, 11 p.m. So there's only been Monday as an opportunity.
I got you.
Yeah, let her breathe.
Well, she had a date. Listen. And you were up in the woods, doing mushrooms?
In Northern California. Well, my friends live up there it's called Nevada City. It's not Nevada.
It's Nevada City.
It's Nevada City in California.
Okay.
And it's like a lot of San Francisco queers have moved up there and bought places. And it's like Tahoe National Forest.
You know who I'm thinking about?
Who?
The guy off TikTok who then moved to the commune.
Oh God.
Oh, Gay British Bear.
Yeah.
He lives there.
Do you know
him?
Bo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was with him all
We're like
weekend.
obsessed with him.
That's the commune that I was in.
Oh my God, Courtney! What?
That's
We
where I
have talked
was.
about him so much. We
Yeah.
get phone calls about him. People updating us on his life.
Oh my God, that's the commune that I was at.
How insane.
So my friends Robert and
Houseboat.
Derek have the property, and they
Yeah.
have like the A-frame where they live, which they like refurbished and is beautiful. And then there's this giant barn that originally there was like a roller skating rink upstairs, and then they converted like the corners into bedrooms where they have 4 artists in residence, kind of like they pay to live there. And there's a kitchen downstairs and a living room, and there's like there's like a stage and like a couch and
All
a
the
performance
world's a
space.
stage, honey.
And then like they have parties there. Like last year, Willem and I were there. And Lady Camden, and
Oh, we know about Lady Come on.
I don't know whether we're allowed to say. Anyway,
it's been said before.
Oh, it's been said on this podcast before.
Okay, and we were all up there having like the best time. It was like it's called Gay Days. It's at the river where just like thousands of queers turn up to this stunning river in the Tahoe National Forest for like the day, and it's just like this queer wonderland. There's like people of all genders and bodies and lots of cis white gays as well. And it's just like
My favorite.
it's like queer utopia. And then we went back to the barn and had like a huge party last year, and this year we had a more modest party. But Bo, Gay British Bear, I've known for years, and that's all of the people that he makes the videos about are all the people who live there.
Great. Well, we're gonna need his contact.
Okay.
information.
You
We
can be
want
a guest
him
on the
in here because
podcast.
I have
We
so many
want him on
fucking
the
questions.
I'm sure he would like
Because he's
love
so
that.
open about his life, but then there's some stuff that like I need an explainer on.
Yeah.
I was saying to him, I think that he's like the perfect voice, literally, of this sort of alternative lifestyle experience, because he has like a BBC received pronunciation accent that makes it sound so legitimate.
Yeah.
Like his accent legitimizes all of like.
I honestly think that's why so many of his videos people watch all the time. Because if it was like someone whining and they were like, well, I'm back on the commune. Like, I don't know that we would want to watch it. And he's like, well, I'm back on the commune. And,
But
and
like, the way
of
he
course
talks
the
about like
accent.
shooting OnlyFans videos and like his experience in that is something that we also don't hear a lot about.
Right.
Which I think is so interesting.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'll
we
definitely
wanna
hook
know
you up.
everything
He
about
can
his
definitely,
life.
I'm sure
Oh,
he would
yeah,
love
I
to
need
be
to
a
know
guest.
about
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to know about the
baby.
divorce and the lawyer and
All right.
where the money is coming from.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back with our final segment.
Slay.
All right, Courtney. Courtney, take your
How
break.
can you say it correctly for us?
Courtney Act.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, the pun.
Yeah.
Courtney Act. Bostonians.
They get it.
They
They
get it.
get it.
Courtney Act.
Courtney Act.
Well, we've come to the segment of the show that we like to call Fuck Talk! And it's a segment where we let our guest tell us a fun, interesting, or scary sex story from the past, present, or future.
What did you want to call your book?
Il flagrante delicto.
Yeah, and then
Now, what is that?
Katya.
It's a Latin legal term for caught in the act. So which I thought was genius. And Katya was like, "Girl, you have the name for your book. It's Caught in the Act." And I was like,
By Courtney
you're
Act.
right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now, you're very close with Katya.
Yeah, I love her.
Was it your bed that she shit in?
It
and then
was.
threw
Yeah,
out?
that was the one.
Yeah, okay. I was just
And
double
then,
checking.
and then threw
And
the
then
body down the garbage chute
The sex doll down the
Yeah.
garbage chute and it
Yeah.
got stuck.
and smashed her, I guess, like, I don't know, a glass dildo or something, shattered and, yeah.
Life is beautiful.
I love
you know
her.
what I
She's
mean?
up to whatever she wants to be
Yeah.
up to.
Yeah,
Slay.
she really is.
Yeah. Rich, too.
Just
Yeah.
fucking rich.
And do whatever she wants.
Bought a house.
Bought a house. I was just there. It's
How is it?
beautiful.
Isn't it
beautiful?
beautiful?
Yeah, it's
I've heard
lovely.
it's gorgeous.
And then like there's the house, and then there's this amazing, like a hardwood, like a red hardwood, like pathway that's like it's in the hills, so there's like very like 45
Tiered.
degree angle, and there's like built into the hill is this like little like like a hang on, how do you say it here?
Pagoda.
Pergola.
We say pergola in Australia, so pergola
Pergola.
always confuses me. And like little different, it's just gorgeous. So it's really lovely. It made me feel so warm and fuzzy to know that she like has that and has worked.
That's
hard
so
And then she
cool.
gave you
Gorgeous.
a bed when you left. And
No,
like a gift
she-
bag.
she
Gave you
never-
$5,000
She,
in cash.
she just shat in the
Kicked you
bed
in
and
the-
left.
yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic.
So Courtney, do you have any wild and crazy sex stories from your past, present, or future?
Where do I start? Do you want one that like? I mean, there's yellow rubber gloves, which I've talked about on Instagram. Is that okay?
Yellow latex dishwashing gloves. What about those?
Well, the way she said it is better. It's like
Yellow-
book title versus the rest.
That's the second book.
Yellow rubber gloves.
It's actually on the. It's you're quite close.
Oh, so you're writing a second book?
Yeah,
Amazing.
A fiction though.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it's like I want to pull from my experiences of having sex with straight identifying men. A lot of them happen to be elite athletes. And I want to really explore the idea of like what I would be like if I was 23 now. And which is kind of an interesting like mind game to try and imagine how I would be different having grown up in the world 20 years earlier.
Got it.
And then also examining like masculinity and their relationship to sexuality and gender, and kind of maybe doing like a dual narrative fiction where like one chapter is the me character and then the next chapter like picks up and it's the him character. And so you hear like both
Yeah. Oh,
sides
yeah.
of like what I'm thinking and then his version, which is probably going to be totally different. And the idea of like evolving his understanding and his language throughout the book. So like in the beginning, he's just like, I'm not fucking gay. And then he has like the ideas of like what is bisexual or pansexual or like heteroflexible was the term I gave one recently, and he really liked that.
Oh.
He was like,
Oh.
oh yeah, like hetero, but flexible. And I'm like, whatever gets you through the night.
Yeah,
Do you know
there
what I
it
mean?
is.
You know
got
what
it.
I
You're
just
gay.
hate? That impression, I'm like, that guy sounds hot.
Yeah.
It worked for you. You're hard. You're chubby
Just
right
by
now.
going hetero. Flexible. I'm like,
But
yeah, I get it. He's hot.
Wait, so there's a lot of sports people in your inbox?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like
Like-
I legitimately,
Well,
and I
you're
don't know
athletic.
that I don't know they're sports people until like because they never want to lead with
Yeah.
I'm a professional athlete, because that's
Right.
like, and then it legitimately happens that like I've got an Olympian, pro rugby player, pro soccer player, like these like elite athlete, and I'm like, maybe there's also something in this, like all of these men in these sort of hyper masculine sports. Is it like men with small dicks driving flashy red cars? That sort of
Absolutely.
overcompensating
Right.
kind of analogy.
I also think it's so interesting that you're saying that, because so many of the trans drag race girls talk about how they hook up with like NBA athletes
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, because there must also be something
I
in.
think it's the blue check mark to blue check. Because it doesn't go to your hidden, it gets right in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's something to your theory also that's related to like the locker room.
Mm.
Because the locker room space is oftentimes Yeah, it's oftentimes horny, or it's like naked guys hanging out
Homoerotic. for
completely,
sure. Oh, yeah.
but it also feels like it's couched in this like we're all masculine, straight dudes
Yeah.
playing this sport together. Yeah, we shower together. Yeah, we might talk about women together while we're naked and like cleaning our ball. It's like that's homoerotic. Yeah, interesting.
is. And I think that like there's no place for them in their world to express anything other than
Right.
like hyper masculine heterosexuality.
And then it gets violent.
Yeah, and that's I just think like I like exploring this idea of like unpacking their like world through the idea of a fiction narrative. So yeah, but yellow
I
rubber
love
gloves.
Yellow rubber gloves.
I have told this story on my Instagram because I had a piece of art commissioned
Right.
for my home. I saw this queer artist, Jason Jowett, who I loved his stuff, and his pieces were all based on grinder hookups. They were like portraits that he had done that are sort of out of like painted linen that he layers up, and they're really fascinating. And there was one that I liked, and it got sold. And then I reached out to him and I said, "Would you, since yours are about grinder hookups, could I tell you about a grinder hookup of mine, and then you do a piece of art about it?" And so he did. And then I told the story of a gentleman whom I have been having it off with for like 3.5 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's basically
Rootin'.
my
Married.
rootin' for 3.5 years, my longest ever relationship.
You're married.
You're married.
You're married. And after like having sex for a while, like as in like over a period of like say a month, I was like, any fetishes you'd like to explore, anything like, and he said, "Oh, do you have a French maid outfit?" And I was like, "Oh my God, you straight men are just so like obvious." Like French maid outfit is like the number one request from all of
Yeah,
these men. And I'm
right.
like, he's like, what about some yellow washing up gloves? And I was like, oh, well, that's more unique. That's definitely. Are they a thing
Unique?
here in the unique?
Yes.
Like what,
Sometimes
rubber
they
gloves.
come pink.
Uh-huh.
But
Like
for the
that
most
pale
part, they're
pink,
just
they're
the
yellow.
dishwashing
Yeah.
Yeah.
gloves.
In
a
Australia and
little
the
grippy.
UK, they're like yellow as
Yeah.
they have other colors,
They're
but like
yellow
the
here
default
too,
is
yeah.
yellow. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I like went to like the sex shop and bought the slutty maid outfit and like sent him a little video and was like at the checkout, like bloop, with the yellow rubber gloves and threw them in the thing and doing this like fascinating like digital foreplay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which like with gay men, that doesn't ever happen. And almost like if sex is
Happens for me a
premeditated,
lot.
well, I like that. I think that's
Yes.
healthy. Because like with gay men, if there's like sometimes with perhaps less healthy relationships to sex, when there's a premeditation, it makes the sex less interesting because they know they can have it and then they don't want it. And it's all about that vicious cycle.
I love the foreplay. I love the
Yeah.
text of like, just even something as simple as like, just saw a hot guy. I got really horny. Can't wait to see you tonight.
Yeah.
Just being like, oh, that went through. It was a flash in my brain,
Yeah.
but now I'm connecting it to you for later.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
Like,
think it's worth
I
it.
got home and like put on the gloves and I'm like just filming myself in the sink washing it up. And like kind of as a joke, but then he was like, oh, that's so fucking hot. Like I can't wait to get over there. And like as it developed, he was like, can you be waiting? Like we got into like a role play sort of thing where he was like, can you like be waiting like on your hands and knees? Like, but I want soap and suds, like not just like performative cleaning of the floor, but like actually cleaning
He's
the
like,
floor.
clean your apartment.
Well,
Listen,
he
it's been a while.
yeah, it's a
Clean
little
the
dirty.
floors.
Could you do the floors?
My feet are dirty when I leave.
And then after
You're so gross.
that was good. And then like after sex, I always like to psychoanalyze them in that brief few minutes where they're not thinking about sex for the day.
Yeah.
And I was like, so the yellow rubber gloves thing, like where does that come from? And he was like, well, I don't know. And I'm like you don't know, you just have this thing for yellow rubber gloves? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, what thought in this conversation from your childhood or teen years has run through your head? Has anything from that era run through your head? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, any thoughts of childhood? And he was like, oh, well, at boarding school, I remember like, there was this like Eastern European cleaning woman who like often wore like short skirts, and I remember like coming into the locker rooms and she was on her hands and knees wearing yellow rubber gloves, cleaning the floor. Do you think that's it? And I'm like, that's obviously it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He's
doing.
like, and then I would fuck her all
And
the
then
time.
I would jerk off thinking about her.
Yeah.
But no, nothing's really ringing a bell.
And he always like had these fantasies of like this, and
Wow.
he was like, oh wow, like he'd never joined the dots. And so yes, sometimes we'll be having sex without the gloves, and he'll be like, "Can you go get the gloves?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I pull them out of my bedside table and put them on, and I don't put the gloves in him or anything. I just wear them. But sometimes, like I like to take one off, like just okay, yeah.
Look at you. You're helping people even when you're getting fucked. You know what I mean?
Speaking of
sometimes
Panama.
it's like a game of bop it.
Bop it. Twist it. Punch
Pull it.
Courtney,
Thank you so much for being
Thank you
here.
for having
This was
me.
so fun.
we
It's
made
a
it to the
delight.
end of the
It's so lovely to
show.
see you.
What do you want people to know about what you have coming up, or where they can find you? Or
It's Courtney Act on all social media platforms.
we love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Sloppy Seconds. You can follow us on Instagram at SloppyPod. You can send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com or call in with your own fuck talk story to 213-536-9180.
Send Meatball $5 on Venmo so she can buy some ostrich feathers so the chickens don't fill up the studio.
Wait, you don't
These are
like
turkeys.
these
These are
turkeys?
turkey feather.
No, it looks gorgeous. It's just there's
Molting.
I should have
molting.
steamed them and then like vacuumed
someone else
them.
comes
Maybe
in here
vacuum,
when we're
actually.
done.
Yeah.
I'll clean them out.
You won't,
No, I won't.
because you never have.
Goodbye.
And don't forget, you can sign up for Mom Plus Gold. You get access to our full uncensored video episodes of Sloppy Seconds, plus monthly episodes of Sloppier Seconds, our bonus show, and the occasional.
Not feeling very diamond.
Detoxing about.
Sorry.
And the occasional bit of BTS from our show recordings. That's it.
Goodbye. I'm really filling the room. We got it.
That's what I
You can like
mean.
see it. It's like snowing.
Say goodnight, Courtney.
Good night, Courtney.
To get access to our full uncensored video episodes ad-free and one day early, sign up for Mom Plus Gold at mompodcasts.plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Moguls of Media, a.k.a. Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball.
Engineered by Margot Padilla.
Editing and sound design by William Pitts.
Executive produced by Willem, Alaska Thunderfuck, Big Dipper, and Joe Cilio.
Our artwork was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.